My name is Jeff Imgrund. So I'm a master police officer with the city of Newport News. 35 years old. I'm from the area. I grew up in Pocosin, Virginia, and we still live there with my wife and two stepsons. And we have 4 dogs and now a bunny. I ended up going to college out in Danville, Virginia, which was at Averitt University. And then I got my master's degree from the University of Cincinnati. No, I started in July of 2011, so just over 10 and a half years. I've won it since 2014 up through this year, so 2014 through 2021. When I went back and looked, plus or minus a couple, it was approximately 516 in total. Is one of my best friends, her mom was hit by a drunk driver, and her life obviously had changed instantly. She was a nurse, and ever since being impacted by that drunk driver, obviously in that quick instance of an accident, her life had changed. Initially, it was something that I didn't know, especially the first year going through, I didn't know I'd be so drawn to it and so passionate about it. So when I first started, and I started on midnight shift, and I've been on midnight shift ever since I started, and a few of us that were very passionate about getting impaired drivers off the street. And it's one of those things that just kind of stuck through over the years that, like I said, initially I didn't come in knowing like I'm gonna love impaired driving and getting DUIs off the street, but over time it just was one of those things that you just see the effects and you see the potential outcomes of what happens if you don't get them off the street and the families and citizens that it affects. So I became one of our DUI instructors, or one of our SFST instructors in 2015. Building off of that, I went to what's called the A-RIDE training, so it's like a step above a DUI instructor. It's just an extra certification training. It's like an introduction into drug driving. So from there, obviously the step up of that is going to DRE school, which is a drug recognition expert. So that's a total shift away from alcohol, and is to focus on the different categories of drugs and what that can do to a person, and it was about a month-long training. I actually did that up in Baltimore in 2018. So doing those different kind of trainings, it opens up so many opportunities for people, and it just gives you a lot of connections in different areas.